So I'm going to try and make some hard apple cider. I don't have any apples right now, so I bought apple juice. It's pasteurized, and I went ahead and ordered up some bubblers, and I've attached them to Tatler canning lids. I'll show you how I did that and come right back. Okay, so I was at an auction and I got these are half-gallon mason jars, regular mouth, half-gallon, and I just took them out of the oven, and they've been in there for half an hour at 250 to try and sanitize. I'm going to try and keep everything as clean as I possibly can. I've rubbed stuff down with rubbing alcohol. I got all my utensils and pieces, parts in here in simmering water. I tested it out. It's been running about 180 degrees for half an hour, so that's probably pretty safe. And did the hand sanitizer and all that stuff. So I think the first thing I'm going to do, I got ordered off of Amazon this is called a hydrometer, and it's supposed to tell you the specific gravity, and these are still sealed, of something. And here's they call this a thief, right? But turkey baster. Oh, should have squeezed it before I poked it in there. Alright. So, oh, it's going to take a lot to fill this. Turkey baster. I just got this turkey baster at somewhere on special. It was a thrift store. And I ran everything through the dishwasher and tried to sanitize as much as possible. So this thing's supposed to have has 3 different gauges on it. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if you can see that. Move this. And it floats. There we go. And let's see. It is reading. Wow. 11, 12, 13% sugar. And specific gravity of about 52, and that's going to work out to, okay, so it has the potential for 7% alcohol. I'm doing this as cheap as I can and as simple as I can, because in there, because I want to be able to reproduce the results in an SHTF scenario. And I'm hoping a good internet friend of mine YouTube friend OTC sent me some sourdough starter. I don't know, we'll see. At some point I'm going to try this with that. Oh, that was great. Spilling it everywhere. Okay, what's in there now? After just let it settle down here. After the yeast is done with it, I'm going to try and figure out how to bottle it up somehow. And I was thinking it'd be nice to have a little fizz, so I'm going to steal off a little bit. And put it in here. And I'll put this container in the fridge while everything's fermenting, and then when I try to bottle stuff up, I will. And what am I going to do about this? I will try to put this back in, and hopefully that'll give it a little carbonation. Set that here. Wow, I made a mess. Okay, and I cleaned the top of this even with a little alcohol. I'm trying to keep everything as clean as I can. And I don't know, I'm not even trying to buy some special yeast or anything. I got bread yeast here, and it's even kind of old. So we'll see how this works out. Like I say, hopefully, I wonder, next step in this process is I'm going to try to maybe do this with some sourdough starter, because I know I keep that going forever. So, I don't know. I'll put a tablespoon in. That ought to be plenty. And I guess they call this pitching the yeast. And here's one of these. No line on here. I don't know how full of water it's supposed to be. Anyway, hold on folks, I'm getting there. And a gasket. I'm just going to wind up setting everything down here. Okay. Put them on nice and tight with the Tatler rings. And I don't know if any of you have ever made beer or something, that you're probably laughing at me. It goes on there. And a little cappy. Okay. So these are nice and tight on here. Okay, so that should, I'm going to put these in a nice warm spot, like top of the fridge. I won't show you bottling up the other one. And move some of this though. And I'll let them sit for a couple weeks. And see if they start to bubble, and we'll see what happens, see if it works. and I'll let you know how it tastes. Alright, we'll get through this.